Welcome back, Village, to another episode of Jedi Learning with Baba Kintu. Happy New Year. And it's time. It's time for you to become the master. There is no better point at which to change your life than now. And we're here to talk about how can you become the master of your own life. Number one, you have to know what masters do. Peep the behavior of the masters that you know around you. People who have excelled to another level at what they're good at. So much so that they consider a master. You can apply those to your everyday life because there's nothing that separates them from you. Everybody is a master in some form. But some people realize that they are masters while others don't. The secret about being a master is just realizing that that's exactly what you are. That's number one. But if you can't even see that simple fact, there's no way you can master anything else. So self-mastery is the key to your success. How do you get there? Well, I'm here to talk about the top 3 ways that you can become a master. The first thing you want to do to become a master is you got to think quick, because you cannot be paralyzed by analysis. The paralysis of analysis is one of the most devastating things to anybody trying to change their life, anybody trying to become a master, anybody trying to turn that corner. It's the paralysis of analysis. You try to get as much data as you can. You try to develop your technique to a pristine level of quality, and all the while you're doing that, you miss the boat. The boat then just sailed away. And what you doing? Still trying to figure out how to approach the mastery. So you got to think quick. I knew an excellent shooter, and what he would always tell me, and I'm talking about shooting basketballs, by the way, and he would always tell me, study long, study wrong. If you think too much about the jumper, think too much about the shot, you're bound to miss it. Yeah, shoot your shot. That's what that phrase is all about, shooting your shot. Thinking quick, not being paralyzed by analyze. Not having to wait until you're sure, until you're absolutely 100% positive to do something. So you got to think quick, because you study long, you study wrong. Number 2, one thing you must do is use the power of words. Now, words don't only have to be spoken. They can be written. They can be thought. They can be used as pictures. They can be used as video. The important part is that you use them, whether they're written down. A lot of people like to do that, because when you do that, those pictures becomes words, and those words becomes thoughts, and those thoughts become actions. How you tell yourself who you are and what the world around you is what eventually becomes a reality. You can speak things into existence. That's the power of words. You can write things into existence because it holds you accountable. It helps you to set dates. It helps you to reach goals. So don't be afraid to write something down. Don't be afraid to speak it out loud so that you can hear yourself. That creates that phonological loop that helps you to remember something and then go ahead and act on it. So that's number 2, the power of words. And number 3, this is the last one for today. In 21, you will be master. You will be king. You will be queen. You will be the ruler if you can master this last one. And that one is the power of your rituals. A ritual, a habit, helps you to build momentum. What you gonna do when you're a week, 2 weeks into something, you've been doing pretty good, and then you get a setback? All that dopamine stopped flowing. All that serotonin stopped flowing. Everything that made you feel good and excited about doing that, you stop. Now what do? Those people who have performed a ritual, who have developed a ritual for what they want to do later on, they stick to the script. And by sticking to the script, they accomplish and they reach their goals because they developed a ritual. Yes, the powers that be try to shy away from using the word ritual because they understand the power in it. The sun just started a new ritual. The earth just started a new ritual around the sun. It's called the New Year's. That's why you're watching this right now, because you want to know how to develop mastery in a new year, in a 21. How do I master 21? How do I dominate 21? 2020 was a rough year. People want to close the door on that. but they want to come back even better in 21. And if you can master those 3 things, you can become that master. So develop your ritual. I don't care if you want to become an expert at investing. You got to start investing, doing it every day. You want to become a real estate investor, start analyzing deals every single day. I was not able to develop my jump shot unless I went out there every day and shot with one hand. I wasn't able to develop my turntable techniques unless I was out there cutting and scratching every single day, mixing and transforming, beat juggling, okay? Same thing with you. You're a master at something, and I can tell you one thing that you're definitely the master at, and that's the master at being you. Can't nobody be you like you. When somebody tries to be you or imitate you, they come off as a fraud, as a fake, as a phony. And the same thing is vice versa. When you try to be somebody else, you come off as a fake, fraud. In order to avoid that and become the true master who you really are, stick to the script and be yourself. You will notice that in books and movies, whenever the hero going through his journey finds the master, it's the person he least expects, because that master understands it's not about what I look like, it's not about the fancy bells and whistles, it's what I do. I master it because I do this. A wise man once said, if you give up everything, all your vices, anything that you have hang-ups on, and you simply focus on what you want to master, you will become the master of that if you do it for 1 year straight. So look at those individuals, look at yourself, look at what you've mastered, look at what you have become excellent at in your life, and say, dang, how did I get that good? And something forced you to do that routinely. That's your ritual. So develop you a new ritual. Use your word power and think quick without the paralysis of analysis. Because if you study long, you study wrong. And if you study wrong, there's no way you can become a master. But if you can implement those 3 strategies, it ain't nothing that's going to stop you from mastering 21. So I can't wait to see you in 2021. And always remember what Vanity said to Bruce Leroy, is when you think that you're not the master, if you ever think that you're not the master, just take a look in the mirror and say these words: you sure look like the master to me. This is Bobbykin 2 with another episode of Jedi Learning. We hope that you have developed at least 3 skills that you can take into 21 to dominate and become the master. Peace.